I'm at Hull Truck's new venue, which is absolutely fantastic in Ferrens Way, and I'm talking to...
I'm Victoria Hodgson, I'm the Head of Marketing and Communications.
Thanks for coming down to talk to me. And what is the new play?
The new play is brand new, written especially for this fantastic new venue. It's called Funny Turns, and it's by our very own creative director, John Godber. And it really is a fitting start to this new season. Obviously, John's world-renowned play Bouncers closed down last season at Spring Street, and so it's entirely fitting that his brand new play Funny Turns is opening us up here at Ferrens Way. It's an all-new thing for us. We've got the largest cast we've ever had. We've got 17 members of our youth theatre taking part, and a six-strong cast in addition to that.
It's John Godber's birthday and Shakespeare's birthday, all sort of mixed in together at this time, I think, as well.
Fortuitously landed on the 23rd of April, which is obviously Shakespeare's birthday, and I have also been told it could have been his death day as well, but hopefully that's not a foreboding sense of doom for the new Hull Truck. It's definitely about rebirth and moving forwards and becoming bigger and better. It's also St George's Day.
I think he's our greatest living playwright at the minute, is John Godber as well, isn't he?
He is. I believe he's the third most performed playwright in the UK, and that's with Shakespeare, and you can't really do much better than that.
That's amazing, isn't it? When you think of it must be him and Alan Ayckbourn and
I think it is,
and Shakespeare. Scary stuff when you actually stand and talk to the man, and he's very approachable as well, isn't he?
He is. He's such a down-to-earth, lovely character. He's, Johnny's just to all Hull Truckers, one of the team.
Yeah.
And there's no sort of standing on ceremony with him. He's a really fantastic person to work with.
Yeah, good to talk to. So we've got two theatres here, and you were saying about the old theatre having just a nice intimate space.
It did. It was a lovely intimate feel at Spring Street. The new main auditorium, which now holds 440 people rather than the 291 we had at Spring Street, has been built around the same configuration as Spring Street, so you're still very, very close to the stage. You still feel as though you can reach out and touch those actors, and hopefully I think all loyal sort of Spring Street followers will find that there is still that wonderful, comfy, warm and intimate feel, and of course you're still going to be able to take a drink into the auditorium.
Yeah, which is a great thing. And I know I came and had a look around when you had a press day, and when you first walk in, it looks quite daunting because it's a big theatre.
It does.
But when you sit down in the seats, the old Spring Street feeling's still there.
It is, hopefully, yeah. I think the seats are incredibly comfortable as well, which I think always really helps. So you really feel you can kind of sit back, enjoy the show, and really feel part of what's going on.
Yeah, and I think
stage.
people can pass you, can't they? You can walk past, because it was very tight at Hull Truck, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, the spacing for the seats has been modelled on John, who is as the chair of our HTEL board keeps saying, a self-confessed big lad. And so every effort was made to ensure that John would have enough leg space when he was sat out there watching shows. So there should be plenty of room for you to
absolutely
squeeze
brilliant.
past.
And this space that we're in here talking now, which is the studio theatre, is really adaptable, isn't it?
It is. It's a fantastically flexible space. And we've got retractable seating in here, which is great, which means we can get the seats right back, so we've got loads and loads of space to do workshops or conferences, whatever we want in here really. We can do sort of formal lectures, and then obviously we want to use it as a creative and innovative space for actors, performances, dance, poetry, anything you want really. The idea with this space is to be able to give new and up-and-coming companies or new and up-and-coming performers an opportunity to use this smaller space to kind of get out there and hopefully create some sort of audience base and loyal following.
Superb. And you've got new start times. I think you're sort of falling into line with everybody else. It used to be 7:30 for 8, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I think Hull Truck was always out there on its own with that start time of 8 o'clock. But obviously, because we've got these two new spaces, we've got to kind of think about our audiences, and rather than having a mass stampede at 8 o'clock, we thought it would be more sensible to stagger those start times. So for the main auditorium, it will be 7 for 7:30, and in the smaller studio, it will be 7:30 for 8 o'clock. So hopefully, it might make it easier for getting last buses home and trains and things like that.
I guess, yeah. And I suppose you can organise if there's a crowd of people coming in. If you've got two things going on,
yeah, of
that'll be really good, won't it?
Better at the bar in the interval as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I think a lot of you actors like the bar afterwards.
Oh yes.
What's been the reactions of people coming in, and what reactions have you sort of picked up from people looking at the new building?
It's actually, every time somebody new comes in here, it's really wonderful, because I think when you're in here working day to day, you know, you very, very quickly become familiar and accustomed to something. And, you know, in the sort of day to day getting ready for this grand opening, as you can imagine, it's quite frantic at the moment. Really exciting, but frantic. And so when, you know, a new person comes in and you see how truly impressed and amazed they are with this fantastic new place, it kind of brings the space alive for you again, and you feel that excitement and that energy and that sort of desire to get this place open all over again. So it's a really wonderful feeling, actually.
Great. Same team across here as they had in Spring Street?
Yeah, we're all the same players. We've got a few new additions, which obviously in this climate is really nice. It's great that this new building has given the opportunity to give some people new employment. So we've swelled our front of house team a little bit, and the bar staff, etc. And also, you know, this bigger theatre requires a lot more work, and we're able to put on a lot more shows and offer more opportunities to our audiences. So we need a slightly bigger team to get through all that work. But no, it's lovely that, you know, there are people who've worked here for over 24 years, and, you know, Hull Truck really is a place, I think, that you fall in love with. And once you're here, it's very, very difficult to let go and move on.
It's very bad when you're addicted to let it go. So the environment's all changed, it's all fresh and clean, and there's a much better working space for everybody as well, isn't it? And for visitors and guests and theatre goers, it's a much cleaner atmosphere for people to come into.
Definitely. I mean, for anyone who knows Spring Street, we were really getting far too big for our boots there, and we were struggling on space. And I mean, on the last night of Bouncers, it was just crazy in the foyer and the bar area. I mean, you could hardly move; it was so packed. So, and I mean, here we're just going to have two wonderful upper and lower foyer spaces for people to mingle in and have a drink before the performances. But also from a staff point of view, we've got some super new offices upstairs with adjacent to the marketing office there is a roof terrace. So I've decided if we get lovely weather in the summer, we'll be having al fresco meetings, which will be fantastic.
That's and there's a lot more better spaces for the actors and everything, isn't it? Rehearsals and everything.
Definitely. We've got a fantastic new rehearsal space, which is on the same level as all the administration staff, which was one of the difficulties of Spring Street, in that we had no space for anybody to rehearse. So they had to decamp down to our premises that we've got on Beverley Road there. But now, I mean, the actors and the cast are really part of the Hull Truck team. We all managed to socialise at break times in the green room together. We've got a lovely new green room with squishy sofas and somewhere to chill out and have a cup of tea in the middle of the day, and, you know, interact with the cast and the crew and get a chance to really feel part of that performance as it builds and develops towards opening. Great. So that's fantastic.
Funny Turns is your first play here, isn't it?
It is.
And you've got loads of new stuff coming through. You've got some new writers and that coming up as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got 4 world premieres this season. We've obviously got Funny Turns. We've got a brand new one by Amanda Whittington, who Hull Truck followers will know from Ladies' Day and Ladies Down Under. Her new play, Amateur Girls, coming out later in this season. We've also got a new one by Jane Thornton, who is John Gobber's wife, obviously, called Say It With Flowers, which is a wonderful piece about the tough horticultural societies and how competitive it can be and a bit cutthroat. So that should be a really lovely piece. And then we've got a piece specially written for us by Rupert Creed called Every Time It Rains, which is looking at how the floods affected Hull in line with the second anniversary of, obviously.
Yeah, I saw that in the brochure stuff that's going to come up. And I guess it'll be quite interesting for me, who's a regular visitor, to see some of the plays that you've done previously, because we'll obviously bring some of those back and see what they look like in the new space.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the big one we've got coming back this season is Confessions of a City Supporter, which we've updated and brought back to celebrate, obviously, Hull City's success in the Barclays Premier League this season. And Alan Plater has rewritten that to keep it up to date in line with their current success. So it'll be great to see that play reworked and redone for this new space.
Okay. Well, thanks for talking to me. I don't know whether you've got just one message for everybody. Just probably want to say, just come to Hull Truck.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you've seen our campaign launch in the new building throughout Hull. Somebody said to me the other day, "You're absolutely everywhere at the moment," which is fantastic because that's just what we want. But yeah, you haven't seen the half of it, so please do come down and check us out. We've got lots to show you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, because you're in the back of every bus I've seen. Thank you very much for talking to me. You're welcome. Thank you.